What happens when one of the biggest stars in the world quietly steps into a Chicago restaurant for a meal? For fans, apparently, the answer is instant chaos. Jungkook of BTS has reportedly been spotted at a restaurant in Chicago, and the sighting quickly became a major talking point among ARMY. The unexpected appearance happened as excitement surrounding BTS in Chicago continued to build, with fans already filling the city with anticipation. Instead of appearing on a massive stage surrounded by thousands of people, Jungkook was reportedly enjoying a much quieter moment inside a local restaurant. But once word spread that the BTS superstar was there, the atmosphere outside reportedly changed almost immediately. Fans began gathering nearby, hoping to catch even a brief glimpse of the singer. For many ARMY, simply knowing that Jungkook was somewhere inside the restaurant was enough to turn an ordinary Chicago evening into an unforgettable moment. Social media users quickly began sharing reactions, with fans expressing disbelief that Jungkook was suddenly so close to them. Some wondered what Jungkook had ordered, while others focused on how relaxed and ordinary the moment seemed. And that is perhaps what made the sighting so fascinating. Jungkook is accustomed to enormous stadiums, screaming crowds, and flashing cameras, but a restaurant visit offered fans a rare glimpse of him away from the spotlight. The situation also highlighted just how intense the excitement surrounding BTS remains whenever the group arrives in a major American city. Chicago has already become one of the major stops, attracting enormous attention from ARMY, and Jungkook's reported restaurant appearance added another unexpected layer to the city's BTS fever. As fans outside waited and watched, social media continued to explode with speculation and excitement. Was Jungkook simply enjoying a quiet dinner? Was he meeting someone? Was he preparing for another busy day connected to BTS's schedule? At this point, fans should be careful not to turn speculation into fact. A restaurant sighting does not automatically reveal Jungkook's private plans, and respecting his personal space remains important even during moments of intense fan excitement. Still, the reaction demonstrates something undeniable. Jungkook does not need a stage, a microphone, or a giant production to create headlines. Sometimes, simply being seen enjoying a meal in a city like Chicago is enough to send ARMY into a frenzy. The reported sighting also created a fascinating contrast. Outside, fans were buzzing with excitement, phones were ready, and social media was moving at lightning speed. Inside, Jungkook was reportedly taking a moment to eat and enjoy his time away from the enormous pressure of performing. That contrast is exactly why these kinds of celebrity sightings become so viral. Fans are accustomed to seeing Jungkook under stage lights, delivering powerful performances in front of massive audiences. Seeing him in an everyday environment can feel completely different. It makes the world's superstar appear, for a moment, like an ordinary person simply enjoying dinner in Chicago. And then came a question everyone wanted answered. What happened when fans realized he was inside? Reports and fan reactions describe an atmosphere of growing excitement outside the restaurant, with people hoping for a glimpse while others immediately began posting about the unexpected encounter online. Within moments, what might have been a quiet dinner became another chapter in Jungkook's Chicago story. For ARMY, these unexpected moments can become just as memorable as official appearances. A concert is planned. A restaurant visit is not. That unpredictability makes sightings like this especially exciting. Chicago itself also became part of the story. The city is known for its huge restaurants, busy streets, and energetic nightlife, making it a fitting backdrop for a surprise Jungkook sighting. For fans who happen to be nearby, the possibility of seeing one of BTS's most recognizable members in such an ordinary setting must have been surreal. But perhaps the biggest takeaway is that Jungkook's presence continues to generate enormous attention wherever he goes. Whether he is performing for tens of thousands of people or simply sitting down for a meal, The level of interest surrounding him remains extraordinary. And as social media continues to react, one question remains. Was this just a simple dinner, or could there be another surprise waiting for Chicago Army? For now, fans may have to wait for more reliable details. What is certain is that Jungkook's reported restaurant appearance has once again shown how quickly a seemingly ordinary moment can become a viral event when BTS is involved. Chicago may have expected the excitement of BTS on stage, but Army got something completely different, a surprise glimpse into a quieter moment surrounding Jungkook's time in the city. And sometimes, those unexpected moments are the ones fans remember the longest. But just when fans thought the restaurant sighting was already the biggest surprise, another question began spreading across social media. Why did Jungkook choose that particular restaurant? Was it simply a random place he wanted to try, or had someone recommended it to him? No official explanation has emerged, and that uncertainty only made the story more intriguing. Fans began examining every detail they could find, from the timing of the sighting to the atmosphere around the restaurant. Some wondered whether Jungkook had been looking for a quiet place to relax before another demanding schedule. Others speculated that the restaurant might have been chosen because of its privacy. But without confirmation, those theories remained just theories. Then came another unexpected detail that caught Army's attention. People outside reportedly realized that the crowd was growing. Not because Jungkook had made an announcement, but simply because word of his presence was spreading from one fan to another. Within a short period, an ordinary restaurant became the center of attention. Fans who had never expected to encounter a BTS member in Chicago suddenly found themselves wondering whether they might actually see Jungkook walk through the door. And this is where the story becomes even more fascinating. Jungkook has spent years experiencing enormous crowds, but whenever he gets an opportunity to enjoy a normal moment, fans often become fascinated by the contrast. On stage, he is surrounded by lights, dancers, and thousands of cheering voices. At a restaurant, however, the atmosphere can be completely different, quieter, more personal, and much less predictable. That difference may be exactly why this particular sighting captured so much attention. But there was still one question nobody could answer. What happened inside the restaurant? Did Jungkook simply finish his meal and leave quietly? Did he notice the growing crowd outside? Did restaurant staff recognize him immediately? Or was there a moment that fans simply weren't expecting? Social media users began waiting for additional information, but responsible fans also reminded each other that Jungkook deserves privacy. A sighting can be exciting without turning into an invasion of someone's personal space. For many Army, the most meaningful part may simply be knowing that Jungkook was able to enjoy a meal in Chicago while surrounded by the energy of a city preparing for BTS. And then another possibility emerged. What if this wasn't actually the end of the story? If Jungkook was spotted enjoying a meal in Chicago, could there be another unexpected appearance waiting somewhere else in the city? A coffee shop? A hotel entrance? A rehearsal location? Or perhaps another completely ordinary place that nobody would think to look for? That uncertainty is what has fans watching closely. Because with Jungkook, the most talked about moments aren't always the ones announced in advance. Sometimes they happen quietly, unexpectedly, and without warning. So as Chicago continues to buzz with BTS excitement, one question remains hanging in the air. Was Jungkook's restaurant visit simply a peaceful dinner, or the first clue to another unforgettable Chicago moment? And the mystery only grew deeper as Chicago Army continued to react. What made this sighting particularly interesting was not simply that Jungkook was reportedly at a restaurant. It was how quickly the news appeared to spread. One moment, it was an ordinary evening in Chicago. The next, fans were asking the same question. Is Jungkook really here? As more reactions appeared online, excitement turned into anticipation. Fans began wondering whether Jungkook might make another unexpected appearance somewhere in the city. After all, BTS schedules can be packed with rehearsals, performances, and preparations, leaving very little room for spontaneous moments. So if Jungkook had taken time to enjoy a meal, perhaps he was simply taking a rare break before returning to his demanding schedule. But there was another detail that made fans even more curious: the timing. Why did this restaurant visit happen at this particular moment? Was Jungkook preparing for something important? Was he meeting members of his team? Or was he simply craving a meal after a long day? Nobody appeared to have a definitive answer, and that uncertainty became the fuel for even more discussion. Some fans focused on the possibility that Jungkook may have been searching for authentic Chicago food. Others wondered whether someone had introduced him to the restaurant. And some simply couldn't believe that one of the world's biggest pop stars could be sitting inside a Chicago restaurant while fans were gathering outside. Imagine the scene. Inside, Jungkook reportedly enjoying his meal. Outside, fans realizing that someone they normally see on enormous screens could be only a few steps away. That contrast is what made the moment so captivating. Yet the biggest question remained unanswered. When Jungkook eventually left the restaurant, what happened next? Did he quietly disappear into the night? Did fans catch another glimpse? Or did something completely unexpected happen before he left? For now, the details remain unclear, but that hasn't stopped ARMY from watching every new update coming out of Chicago. And perhaps the most surprising part is this: Jungkook may have simply wanted dinner, but Chicago ARMY turned an ordinary meal into one of the most talked about moments of the night. And now, the question everyone is asking is simple. Was Jungkook's Chicago restaurant visit really just about dinner? Or was there something more behind this unexpected appearance? With fans still buzzing and more details potentially emerging, this story may not be over yet. One thing is certain. Whenever Jungkook steps into a city, even the most ordinary moment can suddenly become unforgettable. So, what do you think? Was this simply a quiet dinner? Or could Chicago ARMY be waiting for another surprise? Stay tuned, because the next Jungkook sighting could happen when nobody expects it. Jungkook reportedly spotted at a restaurant in Chicago. Fire Purple Heart, the unexpected sighting, quickly sparked excitement among ARMY, with fans reacting to the possibility of seeing the BTS superstar enjoying a quiet moment in the city. As BTS excitement continues to grow in Chicago, Jungkook's reported restaurant appearance has become a major topic among fans. What happened outside the restaurant? Why did the sighting create such a huge reaction? And could there be another surprise waiting for Chicago ARMY? Watch until the end for the full story and the biggest questions surrounding Jungkook's unexpected Chicago appearance. Eyes. Disclaimer. This video is created for entertainment and commentary purposes. Details surrounding unofficial celebrity sightings may be unconfirmed and should not be treated as official statements. Purple Heart, if you enjoy BTS and Jungkook updates, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more stories.